This is the antidote to boring EV designs. This is the Avatar 1.2, probably one of the most special and original EV designs.
Canada opened its doors to Chinese electric vehicles, while America built walls to keep them out. We're talking about cars with 1,000 horsepower, massage seats, and technology from the future. Meanwhile, Americans are banned from buying them. Why are these cars so cheap? What makes them better than Tesla? Join us as we explore some of these insane Chinese EVs that Canadians can buy so easily. Number 5. The BYD Yangwang U7. Deep inside China's biggest car factories, something crazy is being built right now. The BYD Yangwang U7 isn't just another electric car trying to be cool. This thing is a monster that completely changes what we thought luxury sedans could do. Western car companies had no idea this was coming, and now they're freaking out. This car makes 1,300 horsepower. That's absolutely insane for a four-door family car. It goes from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. The U7 is over 17 feet long. That's bigger than a Tesla Model S, which is already pretty huge. But size isn't the crazy part. This car cuts through air better than any other sedan ever made. The shape is so perfect that wind barely slows it down. Engineers spent years making it this good. Here's where things get wild. The U7 has 4 motors, one for each wheel. That means this massive luxury car can spin in a complete circle without moving forward. But those 4 motors do something way more important than cool tricks. The car's computer adjusts each wheel 100 times every single second. If your tire explodes at 75 miles per hour, the other 3 wheels instantly compensate. You might not even realize anything happened. Inside feels like sitting in a spaceship mixed with a super expensive car. Red leather covers everything you can see. Real carbon fiber, not that fake plastic stuff, is everywhere. Huge screens control the entire car. It looks like a fighter jet cockpit but feels like a fancy hotel room. This is a 4-seater, which sounds small until you sit in the back. There's so much legroom you can't even touch the front seats with your feet. Each rear passenger gets their own tablet to control everything. A center console runs from the front all the way to the back seats. It makes the whole car feel like one connected luxury space instead of separate areas. Here's the craziest part about BYD. This company started by just making batteries. They weren't even a car company at first. Now they're building cars that embarrass German engineering. The U7 proves China isn't copying anyone anymore. They're creating totally new stuff that's actually better. In China, this car costs between $90,000 and $100,000. That sounds expensive until you compare it to American cars. A Lucid Air Sapphire costs $250,000. A Porsche Taycan Turbo GT costs $230,000. Neither one is as powerful or advanced as the U7. You're getting more power, better technology, and cooler features for literally half the price of those other cars. This shows how much American car companies overcharge people. They've been getting away with crazy prices for way too long. China just exposed the whole scam. Number 4. The Maestro S800. This isn't a car that wants to compete with luxury brands. This is a car built specifically to destroy them. The Maestro S800 exists for one reason only: to make Rolls-Royce and Bentley look outdated and overpriced. It's a partnership between Jack and Huawei, 2 Chinese companies that decided ultra-luxury needed a serious upgrade. At 5.48 meters long, this beast stretches nearly 18 feet down the road. A Mercedes S-Class, in its longest form, looks like a compact car next to this thing. The sheer size makes a statement before you even see the details. China is basically saying they own the luxury game now. The front grille has vertical waterfall lines that catch light in crazy ways. It looks like flowing water frozen in metal. The headlights contain thousands of tiny individual LEDs that shimmer and sparkle like actual diamonds. Someone described it as looking like a trapped galaxy, and that's honestly perfect. The paint job uses 2 colors, purple and silver, mixed together in a way that looks different depending on the light. These are classic billionaire colors that scream wealth without being tacky. The finish is so deep and perfect that it looks wet, even when completely dry. The wheels are solid chrome pie plates that probably weigh a ton but look absolutely incredible. They're huge, shiny, and impossible to ignore. When this car rolls past, those wheels catch every bit of sunlight and throw it back at you. It's almost obnoxious, but in the best way possible. Even the door handles are next-level fancy. They have starry touch sensors that light up when your hand gets close. You don't grab a handle, you touch a sensor, and the door presents itself to you. It's another tiny detail that separates this from regular luxury cars. This car is expected to launch with Level 3 self-driving capability. That means you can legally take your hands off the wheel and read a book while it handles highway traffic. If an emergency happens, it can swerve faster than any human driver. The computers react in milliseconds while we're still processing what's happening. Inside, rumors say there are real silk carpets on the floor. Not carpet that looks like silk, actual silk woven into floor mats. The roof has an animated starry sky with shooting stars that move across the ceiling. It's like sleeping under the actual night sky, but more comfortable. Everything runs on Huawei's Harmony OS 4, which connects your phone and car into one complete system. Start a video call on your phone, get in the car, and it automatically transfers to the car's screens. Your digital life follows you seamlessly without any manual switching or pairing. The rear seats have so much legroom that you literally cannot kick the front seats even if you try. Sitting in the back of this car isn't about transportation, it's about making a statement. When you show up to a meeting in this thing, everyone knows you're serious. If you see this car in your rearview mirror, you don't just move over to let it pass. You apologize for being in its way. That's the level of presence and authority this machine commands on the road. It owns whatever street it's on. The fact that Huawei, a technology company, partnered with Jack to build this shows China's strategy perfectly. They combine tech expertise with manufacturing capability to create something nobody else can match. American companies still work separately, while China brings everyone together for one goal. This car represents everything China learned from watching luxury cars for decades. They studied every detail of Rolls-Royce, Bentley, and Maybach. Then they took those lessons and improved on literally every single aspect. The student became the master. Prices range from $140,000 to $200,000 in China. A Rolls-Royce Ghost starts at $350,000. A Phantom costs $500,000. You're getting the same luxury with better technology for less than half the price. The S800 proves that the gap between American luxury and Chinese luxury doesn't exist anymore. In fact, China might actually be ahead now. They've got the technology, the craftsmanship, and the vision. Western brands are stuck in the past, charging ridiculous prices. Number 3. The Avatar 12. This car breaks one of the most basic rules of automotive design. Every car has a rear window, except this one. The Avatar 12 has no back window at all. Not a small one, not a tinted one. China deleted the rear window completely and replaced it with cameras that feed live video to a screen inside. You look at a high-definition display showing everything behind you. It's like driving a spaceship instead of a regular car. The future doesn't need physical windows. The front of the car is super smooth, with thin LED light strips that look futuristic and clean. But the coolest feature is the halo display positioned under the windshield. It's actually a screen that can show messages to pedestrians walking in front of your car. You can display emojis to people outside. Your car can literally smile at strangers. It can show a thumbs up. It can wave hello. The side mirrors are completely gone too, replaced with tiny cameras that stick out just a little bit. This reduces wind noise dramatically and makes the car look like it traveled here from 20 years in the future. Everything is smooth and aerodynamic. Without the rear glass, the back of the car looks like an escape pod from a science fiction movie. There's a pop-up spoiler that rises when you're going fast. The whole design is unlike anything else on the road. People stare because they've never seen anything like it. Under the hood, or whatever electric cars call that front compartment, sits Huawei technology powering dual motors. Together they make 578 horsepower. 0 to 60 happens in 3.9 seconds. That's legitimately quick for a car this size and weight. The range is 430 miles on a full charge. That's enough to drive from Los Angeles to San Francisco without stopping. Inside, a 35.4-inch screen stretches across the entire dashboard width. It's basically a curved television built into your car. Everything you need to see, from speed to navigation to camera feeds, displays on this massive panel. Physical buttons are dead. The seats are called zero-gravity seats, which sounds like marketing nonsense until you actually sit in them. They recline into a sleeping position that's genuinely more comfortable than most beds. The support is perfect. You could take a serious nap in these things. The glass roof isn't just regular glass. It's electrochromic, which means you press a button and it turns dark instantly in seconds using electricity. Science is wild. Safety technology in this car scans the road in real time using lasers. It sees construction zones before you do and adjusts your path. It spots pedestrians stepping into the street and brakes automatically. It handles city traffic without you touching the steering wheel at all. The system can detect obstacles 600 meters away in complete darkness. It uses multiple types of sensors working together to build a complete picture of everything around the car. This car practically refuses to let you crash. The artificial intelligence is so advanced and so paranoid about safety that it intervenes before you even realize danger exists. Meanwhile, American cars still beep at you and expect you to fix problems yourself. At $42,000 in China, this costs the same as a basic Tesla Model 3 in America. You're getting science fiction features for normal car money. The value proposition is absolutely insane when you compare what you get. A Tesla gives you a tablet on a stick and some cameras. The Avatar gives you no rear window, emoji communication, zero-gravity seats, laser scanning, and electrochromic glass. The difference in innovation is stunning. China is playing a different game entirely. Number 2. The NIO ET9. Imagine a car so advanced that it can literally shake snow off itself like a wet dog coming out of a frozen lake. That's not science fiction or a concept car that will never get built. That's the NIO ET9, and it's actually in production right now in China, while American cars still use suspension from 10 years ago. The secret is called the Skyride system, and it's probably the most advanced suspension ever put into a production vehicle. Hydraulic pumps sit at each wheel, and they can adjust in 1 millisecond. That's faster than you can blink. To prove how good this system actually is, NIO engineers did something absolutely insane. They stacked a 4-story tower of champagne glasses on the hood of the car. Then they drove over speed bumps at normal speed. Not a single glass fell over or spilled a drop. Magic carpet technology is real. Now, Rolls-Royce has been bragging about their smooth ride for over 100 years. They're the gold standard for luxury suspension. A Chinese startup company just destroyed them completely. The era of European luxury dominance is officially over. China won, and it's not even close anymore. This beast stretches over 17 feet long, which is absolutely massive for a sedan. The roof has 3 distinct bumps running down the center, containing lasers and cameras. These aren't decorative, they're packed with sensors scanning everything around the car constantly. It looks unusual, but every bump serves a purpose. The wheels have self-leveling center caps just like a Rolls-Royce. The logo stays perfectly upright, no matter how fast you're driving or how hard you're turning. It's a tiny detail that costs a lot of money to engineer correctly. Most people won't notice, but that's exactly the point of real luxury. Under all that luxury sits a 900-volt electrical system. Most American cars run on 400 volts. The good ones use 800 volts. This car uses 900. Higher voltage means faster charging and more efficient power delivery. The numbers matter more than people realize. Charging happens at 600 kilowatts, which is an absolutely absurd amount of power flowing into the battery. You can add 155 miles of range in just 5 minutes. Drive for 3 hours, stop for 5 minutes, drive for 3 more hours. Road trips become actually practical. The ET9 makes 700 horsepower from its dual motors. That's supercar power in a luxury sedan. 0 to 60 times are quick, but that's not really the point of this car. The point is effortless acceleration that feels unstoppable. You press the pedal and physics happens instantly. Steering is completely by wire, which means there's no physical connection between the steering wheel and the actual tires. Everything happens through electrical signals and computers. This sounds scary until you realize computers react faster and more precisely than any mechanical system could. Turn the wheel, and the car responds instantly with 0 delay. The computer can make micro adjustments thousands of times per second to keep you perfectly online. Human reflexes can't compete with that level of precision. We're too slow and too imprecise. Plus, the ET9 has rear wheel steering, which means the back wheels can turn in the opposite direction of the front wheels. This 17-foot yacht can turn tighter than a Mini Cooper. Parking in tight spaces becomes easy instead of stressful. The size doesn't matter when the technology compensates perfectly. Inside, NIO calls the layout the executive bridge. It's a 4-seater only because rear passengers get treated like royalty. The rear seats have a 360-degree tray table that swings around completely. You can work, eat, or just relax in total comfort. Those rear seats recline to 45 degrees, which is almost lying down. Combined with the zero-gravity design and massage functions, this is genuinely more comfortable than most first-class airplane seats. The fact that this suspension can shake snow off the entire car body shows insane precision and control. Each wheel can move independently with such accuracy that it vibrates the whole vehicle without affecting ride comfort at all. The computers orchestrate 4 hydraulic pumps dancing in perfect coordination. This is technology that took decades to develop properly. China just casually put it in a production car like it's no big deal. American luxury brands are still using air suspension that was developed years ago and calling it innovation. We're not even in the same competition anymore. At $112,000 in China, this car costs less than half of what a Mercedes Maybach S-Class demands. The Mercedes starts over $200,000. A Rolls-Royce Ghost is $350,000. Neither one has better suspension, neither charges faster, and neither can dance. The NIO ET9 represents everything wrong with American and European car companies. They had decades to develop this technology. They had all the money and resources in the world. They just didn't care enough to actually do it because people kept buying their outdated products anyway. Number 1. The Zeekr 001. The Zeekr 001 breaks every rule about what a family car should cost and what performance you should get for that money. This thing makes 1,000 horsepower in its top configuration. That's more than most supercars. And it starts at $37,000 for the base model. In America, $37,000 gets you a boring SUV with cheap plastic interior and an engine from 10 years ago. Meanwhile, China is giving people legitimate supercar performance for the price of a regular family vehicle. The value gap is absolutely insane and embarrassing. The top performance version goes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 2 seconds. Read that again, 2 seconds. That's faster than a Lamborghini. That's faster than a Ferrari. That's faster than almost everything on the road, except purpose-built race cars costing $500,000. Look at the front of this car, and you immediately notice the sharp LED lights that Zeekr calls the claws. They do animations when you walk up to the car. The lights dance and flow in patterns that look alive. It's like the car is waking up to greet you. The doors are frameless and completely automatic. You don't pull a handle like a regular person. You press a button, and the door opens by itself, smoothly and quietly. You sit down in the driver's seat, press the brake pedal, and the door closes itself like a Rolls-Royce. This level of convenience used to be reserved for cars costing 6 figures, but not cost less than a Toyota Camry. The charging system uses 800 volts, which is what Porsche uses in their Taycan. The Zeekr goes from 10% to 80% charge in just 11 minutes, less time than getting fast food. Inside, everything is premium materials, with absolutely no cheap plastic anywhere. You get a massive 15-inch screen that physically swivels to face the driver or passenger, depending on who's using it. The glass roof has star lighting built in that creates a night sky effect above your head. It's beautiful and calming at night. During the day, the glass filters sunlight so it doesn't cook you alive. The engineering balances aesthetics with actual functionality perfectly. A Yamaha sound system fills the cabin with incredible audio quality. But here's the crazy part. The system vibrates the seats in sync with the music. You don't just hear bass, you feel it through your whole body. It's like sitting in a massage chair at a concert. Both the front and rear seats have heating, cooling, and massage functions. Every passenger gets treated well, not just the driver. The trunk is absolutely massive because the car is shaped like a wagon instead of a traditional sedan. Practicality meets performance in a way that makes total sense. The back of the car features a full-width light bar that stretches across the entire rear. It's not just a strip of LEDs. There's real depth and texture to the lighting element. At night, this car looks distinctive and modern from every angle you see it. The whole design philosophy makes a Tesla look boring and plain by comparison. Tesla went for minimalism to the point of being sterile and lifeless. Zeekr understood that electric cars don't have to look like eggs. They can look aggressive, exciting, and emotional. China gets something that Western designers forgot somewhere along the way. Cars are supposed to make you feel something. They're supposed to excite you when you see them in your driveway. They're supposed to be special instead of just appliances with wheels. China is making incredible cars at prices that actually make sense for normal people. Meanwhile, America protects old companies that want to keep charging premium prices for inferior products. We're choosing corporate profits over consumer benefits and calling it patriotism. The Zeekr 001 proves that the future of transportation is being built in China, not California or Detroit. The innovation, the value, the performance, and the technology are all coming from companies that barely existed 15 years ago. The old guard is dying. The automotive world has changed completely in the last 5 years. China went from making cheap copies to building the best cars on the planet. Anyone who denies this is either lying or hasn't been paying attention. The evidence is overwhelming and undeniable. These 5 Chinese cars represent everything Western automakers should fear. Better technology, better value, better features, and better design, all wrapped into packages that cost half as much. The competition isn't coming. The competition has already been won. We just haven't admitted it yet. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.